Let's talk about bucket fields. So bucket fields can be created in a tabular or any other report. So I'm picking my tabular report that we created in the previous videos. We'll click edit here and we will go here, click this button called add bucket column. A bucket column is basically here what it does is creates a bucket which helps you. So let's say you have an opportunity stages. Let's say the stages are created, qualifying, in process, contract received, and invoiced and closed. So let's say you want to group invoiced and contract together, and let's say you want to created and qualifying together. So then you can group these two together, and in your summary report they would show it as together. Like basically you can group the values together, and those groupings are basically called the bucket field. So what you are doing is you are grouping two values together already, and then you are using grouping your summary report. So that's what a bucket field is. Let's not do it on owner. Let's try and do it on type. So let's say we have these types. So let's say I want to group customer together. So I want to call it customer. I want to call all the channel partner, installation partner, and technology partner together and call them as partners. And let's keep prospect and other as others. That's done. Call it bucket type. Now I've got this bucket type. I can, in my tabular report, I can just keep it as a field and not change it. Let's do all accounts and do it all time. 1 second. We can do it this way as well, and it would just come up as a field, or you can use it here and do it as a grouping. Now if I do that, so what I'm doing here is I'm grouping that together. So what I can see is customer and partner. However, if you add the type field here, okay, the type field is there. Yeah, so here the type field is, let me bring it closer to our bucket field. So you can also do a drag and drop here like I've just shown you, or you can change the value from here as well. So you can do something like this as well, and that's gonna change your view as well. So your account size. So either way you can do that. So now you can see, so these were blank, so this has gone in the blank one. All our customer, direct, and channel have come as customer, and our partners have come together as partners. So that is how you basically use the bucket type field. If I want to take it away and put it back here and make it a tabular report, I can still do that, and now you can still see the field there. So you can use this field in your tabular, in your summary, or in your matrix report as well. All three of them, it would work perfectly fine. This is what a bucket field is. Let's look at the next topic, which is called summary formula. So what it's gonna do, because this is a summary report, you can now see the summary formula highlighted. Otherwise, if you convert it into a tabular report, let me do that. If I refresh it here, then this goes grayed out because the summary formula works only on summary reports. Let's look at row level formula first, and then we'll move to summary. So row level formula. So this is very similar to a formula field that you would create on an object. However, this row level formula is only available in this particular report and any dashboard that you would go and create using this report. Otherwise, this row level formula would not be available anywhere on this object or associated objects. So this is only available within this report, and you can have, I guess, up to 2 or 3 total formulas in a report. Let's see, and we'll confirm the number while during this video as well. So I'm creating my first row level formula here. So what I can do is I can combine, can do all the operations. I can use number, I can use date as an output, I can use date time as an output, I can use text as an output as well. And if I do number, then I also get the decimal values, how many decimal values I want to put. So let's say I want to do it as text, and I want to call it my row level formula 1. And what I want to do here is, let's say I want to combine type and I want to combine industry together. It is a pick list, and industry is also pick list, and they are available only with certain functions. So let's get the pick list value from here. How do we get a pick list value from a pick list field? If you do something like this, it might just work, but let's see. Yeah, it worked. So let's do a refresh, and I'll just bring it to the top. Okay, it is there. Let's see how it looks like. So we have got our this thing here. So you can see it has combined these two values, channel partner, reseller, and energy. It has got it together. So let's try and edit it, and let's say I want to add. So basically, whenever you are using a pick list field and you want to use it in your formula, just use the method as text and it would give you the value within the pick list field. You cannot use a pick list field straight away. That is the only difference there. So we have got a space added to it as well, and you can add more things using double quotes. So if I want to put a hyphen, you can do that. And boom, we have a hyphen there now. So this is our first row level formula, and now I cannot add any more row level formulas. Let's say I want to group it back on our bucket type. I can also group it on this formula as well. I can do it this way as well. So that is also perfectly fine. It's just that would be too many values, so I'll still want to do it on my bucket type, and I want to put the row level formula back. Now let's do a refresh again, and it looks much better. Now I can add a summary formula. So basically you can have one row level formula and then you can have one summary formula. Let's say I want to do a summary formula calculation. So let's say we can do is we can divide the revenue. Let's divide the revenue sales sum divided by, let's divide it by record count. So by row count, we are just dividing it. You can also go here and actually if you type, let's say create it, so it would give you these values. So you can select something from here, like all the fields can come up from here as well, but I've just pulled it up from here. So either way you can do it, and I'll call it average revenue. That's what we are doing. And I'm keeping it as a number field. I can also do it as % or a currency field as well, because this is a summary field. So it can be only numeric, it cannot be text. And so let's do it, keep it as number because it is revenue. And let's, so we've got our summary field here, which is average revenue. It is coming up here. So let's do a save and run and see how it looks like. That's our average revenue, and which is showing up here. Let's go back and try and see if we can create any other summary field. Yes, we can. Let's create one more. Let's just say that it is the record count, and I'll say record count. There's practically, it's not viable to just create a summary field on row count because the report by default gives you a row count, but here we are just testing how many summary fields we can create in this report. So that's another field that we have got. That's one, and that two. So you can create up till 5 summary fields and one row level formula. So in total you can create 6 formulas within a report. So that's quite a number. Very useful. It comes in very handy, especially when you want to do certain calculations for your finance team and your stakeholders, which are not straight away part of your object, and you don't want to use it anywhere else as well, but you just want to show it in that report, and that's it. So these formulas come in very, very handy for such reports. Let's do a save and run and see what it does. So we can see the report showing up, and all the summary fields that we added would also come up here at the top. So that's the advantage of having summary fields added to your report. So this would give you these values to the top as well. If you don't add a summary field, then it would by default pick up some of all the numeric fields and show them at the top here. If you add summary fields, then they would come up here. It would generally try to pick up the first 5 numeric fields and give you a summary here. So you can just change the order if you want to pick something else. That's done. So that's your summary fields and your bucket fields as well.
If you have any questions, you can join the QA session, which happens every Friday. And please drop in your comments, feedback, and any questions in the comment section, and I'll get back to you.